talk, you said, well, first, and you walked away. And then what happened was Sydney came in, and as I told you before, Sydney was actually trying to tell his story a couple days ago. Like we've been trying to get people in this fucking hangout to just shut up so Sydney could talk, and they wouldn't. Like we never could really get it finished because people kept fucking talking over him. Let me finish. I'm not done. And since we had been waiting for that, and you were gone taking a piss, I set my shit up and went live. I created a fucking video just so that we could go over Sydney's story, only for that. And when you came back, Sydney was already talking and telling his story, and you started talking over him again. Sydney was unable to fucking finish. And I responded to you by telling you that, hey, Patrick, I didn't forget what we were talking about. Put a pin in it. Just fucking save it. We're going to do Sydney shit right now because I already named the fucking hangout after Sydney, went live, the email went out. We're going to fucking do that first because we've been waiting longer to get that done anyways. That was first in the queue ahead of the conversation I was having with you. I didn't forget it, and we can pick that up right off. But I had to tell you that first. That's what happened. Sydney's not an asshole. Sydney was actually he was the fucking victim in that story, I would say.
Go ahead.
All right. So you had told the story of this family and the little girl that you taught chess to. Now, you said that they sent you a letter thanking you. And you said they gave you a mug.
That's not exactly what it was. I was trying to explain that, and that's when the conversation got derailed by fucking Sydney, the fucking jerk off.
No, that's not what happened. I mean, you already did explain it before Sydney even came in. I'm just reiterating it to try to. I was hoping you'd say, yeah, that's correct, but now you're telling me no. But that's the way I thought you had described it. And Sydney did not interrupt that. When Sydney came in, you were gone taking a piss. You had interrupted that.
I accept that that's how you interpreted it, but that's not exactly what I meant. But nevertheless, I accept that that's how you interpreted it.
Well, correct me.
I literally had an emergency, had to go pee kind of thing, and I apologized for actually leaving because I had a fucking piss like that bad, and when I came back, there was Sydney fucking telling me to shut the fuck up. And
no.
It was like 2 hours ago, and like
no.
I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying.
I thought we were talking about the chess
it got
story.
to the point where fucking Sydney derailed my fucking conversation.
I wasn't telling you to correct me about the Sydney thing. You're wrong about
Sydney, not you. It was Sydney that fucking derailed my conversation.
No, he didn't. Oh, Jesus, I'm trying to talk to you about the chess thing, and you're not.
Don't believe in it.
The Sydney thing was not.
Listen, outbound. There's too many people in here to even carry on this conversation anymore. It was like 2 hours ago. It's like lost.
Patrick, Sydney did not interrupt our conversation. Sydney came in and you were gone taking a piss. We started a new conversation and Sydney was trying to talk. Sydney had just started talking and you came back and turned your mic on and started talking over him and interrupted the conversation I was having with him.
When I was going to take an emergency piss, Sydney was not here. When I came back, Sydney was taking over. He was telling me to shut the fuck up as if he was here the whole time.
No.
Sydney is a fucking cunt rag.
He doesn't have to be here the whole time. You were away from your computer. We started a new conversation.
Another case of
I'm not going down the path of the gossip girl.
Oh my God, here we go with that again. Oh, Jesus. All right. Now back to the chess.
Listen, outbound, we were having an intelligent conversation which was lost.
No, it's not.
It was lost when I came back from my piss.
It's not lost. I told you, put a pin in it. I will not forget. I told you that.
I'm not as good as you. I can't put pins in things.
Don't worry, I'll carry you.
It's lost for me, okay? I went to go take a piss, and there was Sydney. Sydney was the fucking derailment of the fucking conversation.
His clockings of my concern.
I think Kazoom is right.
What? Kazoom? What the fuck?
You don't see it on the screen? You must have somebody white boxed.
No, I don't.
You don't have anybody white boxed?
I don't know what you mean by that.
When you click on their avatar, it puts a white box around them and it focuses the camera on them instead of switching to whoever is talking or whoever's presented.
I don't see Kazoom.
Kazoom's not in here. I said you have somebody white boxed and that's why you're not seeing it.
I still don't understand.
Do you have someone white boxed?
He's going to ask you
white box means I have somebody like highlighted. I know I don't have anybody highlighted.
Click on fucking Benny's fucking icon, okay?
Yeah, click on Benny.
Oh, Benny, the fucking troll.
No, it's not Benny. It's Kazoom. Look.
Patrick doesn't realize that he sometimes repeats himself. I totally admit that I have a habit of repeating myself. So what the fuck does that have to do with the price of eggs in China?
Well, then when we say, hey, stop, you've said that already, you got to stop.
All right, whatever. We were having an intelligent conversation.
You said that already.
That conversation is no longer
You said that already.
valid. The conversation is no longer valid. It's gone.
It is.
It's like I don't.
It's not.
I am totally not even remembering what the fucking conversation.
I'm not going to let you get away with that.
The fact is that our conversation was derailed. I was actually enjoying our conversation, and when I went to go take a piss, that conversation that I was thoroughly enjoying was derailed.
You derailed it by going to take a piss.
I don't even remember what the fuck the conversation was about anymore.
I do.
Well, I'm happy that you do, and I'm hoping that you can fucking reiterate the conversation, but there's too many people in here to actually.
What do you mean there's too many?
What do you mean there's too many people? What does that mean?
You've been talking for the last 15 minutes. You can't turn around and say, oh, but there's too many people here. Just read what's on the fucking screen. Look, Luigi reckons fucking Patrick loves the girly gossip. And then John Lee says, fucking, you're a troublemaker.
Outbound is better at remembering conversations than I am. And I'm sorry, Outbound, I don't remember anymore. So
I will remind you.
You have to do better than that. You have to.
I will. I will show you. There was a fucking haunted house I went to, and there was this fucking stuttering like an autistic fucking retard guy that he was part of the act. Like he acted fucking autistic and retarded, and there's part of the fucking haunted house where he's like, they're telling you to go with him, and he's like, I will show you. I've had that stuck in my head ever since I fucking went there.
So if you can just like remind me of what we were talking about just before the asshole came in.
See, listen, if you want me to remind you, first I need you to make a concession.
And what is that concession?
That Sydney did not derail or come in and.
Yes, he did. I'm sorry, I cannot make that concession. Sydney is a jerk off. I can't stand Sydney. He's a fucking asshole. Go fuck yourself.
This is so unfair to Sydney, though.
Patrick, your conversation was over. Outbound was going to present his side of the conversation. When you went to go to the bathroom, he started a new conversation with Sydney because you were not there and he was the one who was going to talk anyway. So he decided to put your conversation on the back burner and start the one with Sydney. That's what happened. I was here.
Yes, Jen, that is absolutely true. But I feel left out because the conversation that me and I should say in proper English, Outbound and I were having was totally not finished.
Right, but now he's trying to resume it, and you were not letting him.
No, it's not. I'm lost. Okay, fuck it. I don't give a fuck anymore.
You're lost. I'm trying to guide you. We need to go down the path of. We need to start by going down this path that's called Sydney was not an asshole. He did not derail our conversation.
Actually, I'm sorry, but Sydney is an asshole.
Well, I didn't say he wasn't an asshole. I said that he wasn't an asshole in that. He wasn't the asshole in that situation. He can be an asshole, but he wasn't at that point.
Okay. So I guess we agree to disagree because as far as I'm concerned, you're a fucking asshole.
Oh, Jesus, Patrick. I'm betting for you, Sydney.
What does Jesus have to do with it?
He's a myth, just like the story you're telling.
I'm sorry, but I'm totally fucking pissed off at fucking Sydney because
what the?
Because let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to you.
I don't know, 8 times.
So this is what happened. What happened was I went to go take a piss, and Sydney came in. And
Patrick, you should be so happy after drinking all that red wine. Maybe you should drink some more.
That's what happened. And as far as I'm concerned, because I missed out on the conversation that was happening while I was taking a piss, Sydney turned out to be the fucking asshole. Actually, Sydney, you're an asshole anyway, but you turned out to be an asshole. Plus, because I came back to a conversation between Outbound and I that never fucking finished. Fucking 2 hours and a half ago.
Yeah, but how was I supposed to know that you were having a conversation with Outbound if you went for a piss and I came in and you weren't there?
You're still the fucking gossiping little girl that fucking is the asshole that I'm going to continue to fucking call you the fucking asshole. I don't give a shit that Outbound is trying to stick up for you. Yes, Outbound, I'm.
That's not going to advance your career very much, Patrick. Not one little bit.
Outbound, you are still the guy that I'm going to fucking continue to stick up for. But nevertheless, Sydney, you're still a fucking jerk off.
Thank you, Patrick.
Hey, Sydney, are you a Jew?
You're very fucking welcome, asshole.
Hey, Sydney, are you a Jew?
This is like pulling teeth.
I know. The guy is so drunk, he doesn't know what the fuck he's even saying.
I'm not.
I would love to know what Patrick would be like if he was high on weed.
I am still.
That would be fucking amazing.
To call Sydney a fucking ass wipe.
He's quite endearing, isn't he, Patrick Festa?
Man, it's so backwards too because it's like he derailed.
I need to take another piss. So if you want to talk about me while I'm gone, that's okay. I'll tell you what. I'm going to turn on my camera so that you can see me leave.
So like, you know, he derailed the conversation himself by like repeating, not letting me say my piece, going to take a piss. So we got into this new conversation with Sydney, which deserved priority because of the context. Fucking nobody would let Sydney tell his story, and we get into that, and then Patrick comes back from pissing, and he is the asshole, just fucking interrupts and walks all over Sydney. Again, Sydney's not able to tell his fucking story because Patrick's being an asshole, and Patrick has the gall to ironically fucking.
Well, why don't you look at it from my point of view? I come into the hangout. Patrick's chair is empty, and me and you get into a conversation. I have no idea that you and him were in a conversation prior. How am I supposed to know?
It doesn't even matter. He's like you said, he was out of the chair. What does that even matter?
Yeah, he was out of the chair, and the chair was empty.
And plus, when he came back and like you're talking, like he could wait till you finish what you're saying, and then he could have said that. Like,
right.
And the other thing is I could have, like, I tried to explain it to him right then and there. I said, "Wait a minute, Patrick." I said, "Let's put a pin in that and save it for later."
But he comes back in outbound and he says,
"I don't." On how you're the fucking asshole.
He comes back in and he says he doesn't remember what the conversation was, but he knows there was a conversation going on, and he would really appreciate it, outbound, if you could remember what the conversation was, so we could carry on with the conversation. That he can't remember what it was all about.
What it is, but you're a fucking asshole for not letting him talk about it.
Right.
Oh, Patrick, what are we gonna do with you?
Yeah, what do we want?
I feel like maybe I should wait till he's sober before I bring it back up again.
I have a feeling he won't remember this entire night.
It doesn't matter.
That's kind of sad though, because wouldn't you really think about it?
I mean, we've got it all on recording anyway. But the other thing too is like the conversation I was having with Patrick doesn't really have anything to do with what happened tonight, so we can still continue it. Like the stuff that he needs to remember for us to have that conversation, he will. It's obviously ingrained in his head based on what he was telling me before. So, another funny thing too, I told him the thing about the letter and the mug he got after he trained that girl to do chess, and he was like, "You were totally wrong about that." And I said, "Well, correct me." And I thought we were talking about the chess thing, but he went into the fucking Sydney thing again. And I'm like, "No, don't correct me about that. You're the one who's wrong about that."
He's like obsessed with me or something, I think.
He's jealous because I was talking to you and he wanted to talk to me.
Yeah, that's kind of, I think that's sort of probably what happened initially to antagonize him. That's why he's got his back up against me and hates me, because something probably similar to this happened where he's taken it totally out of context, and it's all about him, and even when he's not around, people should wait for him and whatever, like I think this is like part 2 of the same thing, of the same hatred. But that's a very long piss he's having, but we'll wait for him to get back and ask him.
What was the subject about before anyway?
Patrick doesn't have a clue. He doesn't have a clue, but he wants to get back to it.
I thought Outbound had written it down.
I don't have to write it down. It's very important to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but Patrick doesn't remember, even though it's important to Outbound. See, Patrick is very self-centered. He's very he doesn't care about anybody else's feelings or thoughts or anything. It's just about Patrick. Nobody else.
I won't forget, because
Patrick Festa is like the center of the universe, and there was nothing before Patrick Festa. There will be nothing after Patrick Festa. That's how he thinks about himself. He thinks he's fucking God.
It's just like the Sydney thing. Like when Sydney came in, I remembered that old shit right away. That's why I put a pin in this stuff, because there's certain things like I just don't let it go. It stays in the back of my mind. As soon as I fucking see the person again, it's like, oh, by the way, we need to talk.
Okay, so I am back. So here's the thing. I admit you're right. I'm actually drinking, and I'm actually pleasantly buzzed. But here's the thing. Outbound and I were having an intelligent conversation, and
you said this already.
No. Let me finish.
But you're gonna say the same thing again.
No. Just shut the fuck up.
I already know what you're going to say.
No, you have no idea what I'm going to say. Just let me finish.
Yes, we do.
So we were actually arguing, and it was actually a pleasant argument. You know, I like arguments, you know, and
Well, I
we were
don't.
actually having a pleasant argument.
Stop arguing
So
with people.
here we were having this argument. Outbound and I were having this argument, and it was actually a pleasant thing because I like to do that sort of thing. Because
Yeah, but you're gonna wake your old man up and you start screaming.
Then suddenly, because I have actually been drinking, I needed to take a piss. I went to go take a piss, and I came back, and all of a sudden, this fucking asshole came up and took over the hangout with his fucking gossipy girl little bullshit. By the way, his name is Ask an Atheist. So,
because we didn't know his name.
2.5 hours of this fucking listening to this fucking gossipy girl little fucking bullshit, and the argument.
Can you describe what his avatar looked like?
Let me fucking finish. and this little girly gossiping bullshit took over. What this little girly gossiping bullshit was going over. God damn it! You know, if somebody would let me fucking finish, I would be able to finish.
But you've already told us all this.
You've told us this like several times already, man.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
Yes.
You have.
Yes, you have. My abacus
Look,
is
we're
keeping
all
count.
telling you. You've said this before, Patrick. You forget what you say when you get drunk.
Jesus Christ.
Well, man, sorry, but that's the truth of it.
Oh, Patrick.
Oh, Patrick. He's quite the
pissed him off
prankster,
again.
isn't he?
Well, this time I pissed him off.
No, Outbound pissed him off. No, I pissed him off. No, Kiz.
Oh, man.
We're all telling him, man. You're repeating yourself, and he's like, he just doesn't seem to believe it, and he didn't know why I typed it in the text either. You know.
That's hilarious.
I wonder if he's starting to get dementia.
Alzheimer's?
Yeah, Alzheimer's. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if Alzheimer's people can't remember.
Dementia,
I don't know if they
dementia,
repeat themselves fucking like Patrick does.
Dementia is when you can't remember.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, because they don't remember they said it.
And I'm almost kind of worried because that was just one of the most extreme examples of that I've seen,
He
man.
does remember. He's actually admits that he does remember, but he wants to tell you again because he thinks that you can't remember.
I guess.
Because
He does say that. He does say that.
I have pulled him up on that. And I says, "You've told me that fucking 10 times, Patrick." And he goes, "Yeah, but I want to tell you again." So
because you just don't understand. You're just not getting it.
Yeah.
And let me finish.
Yeah.
Fucking whiny little bitch.
And it's funny because it's like he comes in, he's interrupting Sydney, but at the same time, let me fucking finish.
Yeah. And like I want to take over, right? And then if you've been talking behind my back while I've been in the toilet, you're gonna have to repeat what you fucking said. It's like fucking Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he does that too. He comes back and he's like, "Okay, what did I miss? Tell me everything I missed."
Oh yeah, we got to recap the whole fucking story. You know, it's like
I can see someone coming back and saying, "Hey, what I missed." I mean, that's not unreasonable, but
yeah, but every time.
And then insist on everything stopping.
Depends
so
on
they
how
catch Patrick
what
up.
the conversation sounded like when you got back.
I'd be dead if I would have followed your advice, Daniel. I'd be dead.
What the fuck? Calm down, Kazoo.
That was from that one.
I know.
That's yeah.
I think the bigger thing is not that he's coming back and asking for a recap. It's that he does it he'll do the same thing. Like he'll come back, you're in the middle of talking about something, and he just chimes right in. He just butts in. Hey, wait. Oh, hey everybody. Sorry, I had to go pee. I'm back. What did I? It's like, Patrick, shut up. He's fucking right in the middle of a sentence.
Well, it's like he gets back and it's hey, I'm here. Let's get the party started. As if it's all about
Yeah,
him.
we've all been waiting.
Look at the
silently.
chat. Outbound. You missed the point. I was hoping that you understood, but you didn't.
He's such a joker. What a card.
I just think a lot of this happens because of the alcohol. I have a feeling that his memory, it affects his memory when he does alcohol. I know that if I drink a lot, like if I go over a certain amount and to where I'm slurring words, I won't remember anything from the point that I slur words.
Can you imagine if he
That'll
got
be
drunk?
gone. That memory will be gone.
Can you imagine if he got drunk on chess night? Gets drunk, goes to try and play
So
chess.
I kind of wonder whether alcohol affects people differently, affects different, the memories of people differently. Maybe this is what happens to Patrick.
It certainly can't happen to him on chess night because he's got to have his neurons and whatever intact. Can you imagine going to teach chess and he's drunk?
Oh man,
it's hard to believe that he actually can play chess coherently when he's sober. That he's just so out of it when he's drunk. I mean, it's got to affect him like physiologically, continuously, chronically.
Now, hopefully he doesn't try to do the same move more than once. Okay, never mind.
Oh, can you imagine that? Oh, that would be hilarious watching Patrick. I've actually watched Patrick I'll do it in a video playing chess, and it was a sort of one of those games where it's an old game and you sort of got to guess the next move. Grandmasters playing each other, and every time he guessed the move, it was wrong, and he kept on saying, "Oh, jeez, guessed that one wrong. I don't usually guess wrong, but I guessed that one wrong." And then he guessed the next one, and it would be wrong, and he'd say, "Oh man, I got that one wrong too. I don't usually get them wrong."
Thank you, Bulldog, for.
Yeah, what is he thanking Bulldog for?
Thank you, Bulldog.
I don't know.
I'd like to thank Bulldog.
Bok.
I'd like to thank Bulldog too.
I don't know.
Why are Benny and Ben fucking flopping back and forth like that? You see that?
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
They're dancing.
Who's dancing?
It's stopped now.
You made
How do
me
you do
feel
that, Benny?
kid dancing.
Outbound, you missed the point. I was hoping that you understood, but you didn't. Benny, fuck off. I thought I would never. I thought that I would never say this, but thank you, Bulldog.
I want to know what he's thinking Bulldog for. That's weird.
I've got no idea why he's thanking me. Well, he has to come back so we can find out why he's thanking me. Look at those balls fucking bouncing around. Like they're doing it on my screen
that's
too.
Ben.
Also, Benny's was going up and down when he was by himself.
Now he's dancing with Ben and Kazoom. What the hell,
What
Benny?
the
How are
hell?
you doing
This is what, Saturday night dance party?
Yeah, I've been to New York. The guy has fucking Tourette's. You're dealing with somebody that's a fucking diagnosable mental fucking case.
Yeah, Benny, how are you doing that? He's doing it on my end as well.
He's probably just clicking in and out of the box.
He's got two balls too. He's got one up above and one like pokes its head from below.
Clicking. I said it. I got it. Yes, I got it. See, there he goes, clicking on another chat.
Benny's always starved for attention. He's got to fucking draw attention to himself. Because he doesn't speak. He's always off in the corner.
But the problem is he's like Penn and Teller, where Teller doesn't speak, but there's no Penn. What is banana fungus?
Yeah, I just remembered something that Sydney was talking, or that Vlad was talking about you too, Sydney.
All right. Let me just enter the witness doc.
So another thing that he was saying,
Can you please
and it's a good thing
remove?
Bulldog
Can you,
because he can
Judge?
chime in too, maybe.
Judge, can you please remove my handcuffs while I am interrogated by this man? Thank you.
You're too much of a threat.
All right, go ahead.
We have to protect Vlad from you, all right?
Yes. Oh, no, definitely.
Okay, so
Doesn't Google Plus have a hangout police that you can call situations like this?
actually, I'd rather ask Bulldog, because you were saying that shit never happened with the kicking and the booting and stuff when he tried to make up. But Vlad said that Bulldog was there too.
No, I
and that
never
you were
said.
kicking-
I never said anything never happened with kicking and booting. I just can't remember that particular situation that he's talking about.
Oh, where he came in and tried to make up?
Yeah, that's nonsense. He's never once tried to make up. That's right. And you know when the only time I've ever heard him say he wants to make up was like yesterday or the day before when somebody said to me, "Am I prepared to sort of Well, he said it. Even Vlad said it. He said, Sasha said it. He said, let's just, forget what happened before and just be mates going on. And I said, okay. And then he turned around and fucking flat out attacked me. So, fuck it.
Benny, what the fuck? Anyway. All right, so I want to ask Bulldog a question. Vlad said you were there. He said that Sydney was booting you too. Is all of that true?
Yeah.
Oh, so, Bulldog, yes. Oh, yeah. I got a story about that. Bulldog scared the shit out of me one night. I was in this sort of unsnipeable fucking Sydney's got it all under control hangout, and Patrick was in there with Bulldog, and they were talking or whatever, and I went to sleep. And then the next day, I woke up, and I saw that somehow or other, and I thought this was totally impossible. I thought that somehow or other, Bulldog. I mean, I saw that Bulldog had sniped Patrick from my unsnipeable hangout. And I thought, oh, holy fuck, this is impossible. Technologically, it's impossible. And if he can snipe Patrick, he can snipe me. And then I kind of had an anxiety attack and I kicked Bulldog. That was it.
What do you got to say about that, Bulldog?
I can't remember. I do know that I got sniped, though.
Yeah. I that was the time I sniped you. I sniped not only you, but the whole fucking crew. I just snipe everybody. Because you freaked me out with doing shit that I didn't think you could do.
Yeah, but why would you be worried that he would do that to you just because he did it to Patrick?
Because I didn't want him to have done it to Patrick. There was no reason. It's my hangout. I do the sniping. I do the kicking. I make the decisions. I did not want him to snipe Patrick, but he did. And for whatever reason, it doesn't really matter. It's all water under the bridge. But I apologize for sniping you. But that's the story. That's the real story. Can you forgive me, Bulldog? Can you?
Okay, so wait a minute. Let me think about this. Yeah. So Vlad was saying that. I mean, kicking Vlad and Bulldog didn't have anything to do with Sia and Bryn?
No.
Patrick's out in the outside chat. He said the same story again. He says, when I went to take a piss, but he told it like in the blah, blah, blah. He said the same fucking thing again.
He fucking is hilarious. He's absolutely hilarious.
Yes, he is.
So yeah, carry on with my interrogation, please.
Hold on one second.
This is not the first time I've been interrogated by dark forces, I would have you know.
All right. All right. So, you know, to me, I'm still seeing like two guys cucking for two girls and fighting with each other because they both want to please some fucking pussy online. Explain to me how it's not that. If the asshole Sid left, I'll return. What the fuck? Tell him to somebody type in there and say he left. Yeah, don't be scared of Sydney. You didn't even do anything to him. Like he was gone, and me and you were talking. Like, what the fuck? Like if he goes to take a piss, we all have to shut up and stay quiet until Patrick comes back and announces that it's okay to resume again.
Yes. So now this is the thing. He's just said if the asshole Sid leaves, he'll come back. Now, what if I don't leave? I'm going to say that he's going to come back in anyway.
Benny, give me controls, Benny. Benny, controls, Benny. I'm not scared of Sid. I just don't like him.
Oh, Patrick, I hurt his feelings. I feel bad.
So you say that's how I want to see it, and you see it. But I want to know, like, what's the difference between the way I see it and the way you see it?
There's every difference. The way you see it and the way you announce it is different to the way I see it and the way I would announce it. That's the difference.
Yeah, but explain to me why your explanation's not just like sugarcoating it. Like, what am I getting wrong?
Your perspective is skewed.
It's what?
Skewed.
In what way?
You're a little bit xenophobic. So
xenophobic.
I take that. I take that into account. Yeah. You got this
atheist Arabs.
You got this stick up your ass about religion or something, which when it doesn't really matter and it's not part of the conversation, you bring it up anyway. That's the thing.
But I didn't bring it up in the conversation I had with her.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
All right. Okay. I tell you what. Until she and you and me are in a conversation together to discuss this, we'll just table it for later. All right.
Well, when I see her again, I'm going to do what I told her. You know, we had a conversation before, and I told her that just like I told fucking Leonard the other day, I'm going to hold her to what she said she was going to do. She told me she was going to convert me to Islam in an hour, and I'm going to say, okay, I'm ready for my conversion. You're going to convert me in an hour? Let's do it.
Okay, now that's a troll. So what she's going to do is convert you, and what you've got to do after an hour is say, "Oh my God, I got converted. I'm now a Muslim." There you go. That's the troll. See, play along.
That's not going to
Play
happen,
along.
though.
That's what you got to do. Play along. Be
No,
nice.
see,
Have
what's
fun.
going on here is I'm going to be calling her bluff because I told her that she's going to fail at that and that I'm going to hold her to her claim.
Right.
So
now what you do?
It's not trolling.
But what
she's
you do
the
now?
one who came to me saying this shit.
Okay. So what you do now is you play the game. And you pretend to be converted, and everybody has a good
No,
laugh.
I'm not playing games. I'm not playing games. I'm not cucking for Sia.
I'm not cucking with you yet.
What does it actually mean? Can somebody explain to me what it means to cuck for someone? Cuck.
Well,
it's such a stupid fucking word. It's a dumb word which means nothing. I know it means white knight. Okay, that means white knight. Even that's a dumb fucking word. A dumb statement. Dumb phrase, whatever.
Yeah, you're sticking up for her like she's a baby and she can't fucking defend herself.
She's not here. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to defend her. I would shut the fuck up because she could defend herself quite well. Thank you very much.
No, we're not talking about... Look, you feel this like overly sensitive need to defend her when she's not even being attacked. Because I had brought up your behavior and you went right into, oh, everybody's attacking her about the death threat. You know, and it's like, no, I'm asking you about why, when we bring that up, why you behave the way you do. And every time I tried to ask you that, you went back to speaking out of defense for Sia. You have this.
You asked me about Sia. I was talking about Sia. What do you want me to do?
I was asking about your behavior.
Regarding what?
Regarding when she's brought up.
Who?
Sia.
So you were talking about Sia. Okay. Well,
no. See, that's what I'm saying.
I think I understand Patrick's frustration now.
You can't seem to separate a topic that's about Sia and a topic that's about your behavior when she comes up. Those are two separate issues.
My behavior when she comes up? All right, well, give me
her behavior is separate.
You're going to have to give me some examples because you make these claims.
I just did.
Unfounded claims that I behave somehow differently in front of Sia or on behalf of Sia than I would on behalf of anybody else who's being bullied. And this is what she does. Yes. I don't like bullying. She gets bullied. I defend bullies. Thank you very much. I stick up for bullies.
Well, she bullied me.
Oh, sorry, not for bullies. I stick up for the bullied.
Yeah, but I told you she was bullying me.
She's not bullying you. Bullshit, she's bullying you. Think I'm stupid?
Well, see, there we go. There's the special treatment.
Oh, you're such a snowflake now. All of a sudden,
I'm not a snowflake. I don't need you to protect me. What I'm saying is like, I'm not saying I need protection from bullies. You're telling me that you don't like bullies and that you take it upon yourself to go after them.
Did I say that?
But then when I say, well, I got bullied, you don't take it upon yourself anymore.
You didn't get bullied. Show me where you got bullied.
Look.
Show me where you got bullied. Come on, do it.
I didn't.
You
I
can't.
didn't say
Exactly. You can't.
So you've not heard of any of Sia's death threats on Google? Like, you really want to pretend that Sia has never spouted a death threat to anybody?
I know that Sia's trolled a lot of people. I've trolled a lot of people. You've trolled a lot of people. Everybody's trolled a lot of people.
Okay, now you're calling it trolling. How come when we try to talk about Sia, you're sidestepping?
Well, Sia trolls like you troll, like I troll. That's not sidestepping at all.
Okay, but nobody's disputing you or me trolling. Nobody's disputing that.
And Sia trolls just as much as you and me. So we're all in the same boat, dude.
Okay, so then why does it? Okay, then why do we need to come to Sia's defense if we're all in the same boat?
Because if you bully anybody, especially if I'm there and I see that it's bullying, I will not join the bullying crowd because I'm I don't feel, it doesn't feel right to me to bully other people.
And
I feel sorry for
you
them.
don't see how that contradicts what you just said a second ago.
No, I know.
He's a wannabe white knight. A wannabe white knight.
Yeah, you're white knighting for Sia, man. You really are.
Well, like I said, it's all a matter of your skewed perspective.
I mean, okay, dude, whatever. It's crazy how you can see that Vlad's doing it, but you can't see that you're doing the same thing. Like you say, oh, you troll, I troll, she trolls. Yeah, we all do that. So you're admitting you're aware that she regularly sends death threats out to people, and she does the.
No, you haven't showed me the death threats. You've just claimed.
You called it bullying when people were doing it to her, but when she's doing it, oh, we're just all trolling. You know, like you admitted she was doing it, and it's like, okay, and you say we're all in the same boat. It's like, all right, then. She doesn't need defense any more than any of the other people. She like that. If we're all
no,
even
but then
keel,
she doesn't need
none
to
of
be
us
attacked.
Fucking defense.
She doesn't
I
need
don't
to be
need
attacked
to defend
anymore. She doesn't need to be attacked any more than any other people either.
See,
she doesn't need to be singled out by you more than anybody else.
You're white knighting for her again. So she gets special treatment. No, she's being
bullied. She's being bullied, and I'm standing up for her. I stand up for bullies, whether it's Sia or whether it's anybody else.
She gets the special treatment.
Those that get bullied I stand up for them. Okay.
Why do you keep switching from the word trolling to bullying? Why do you?
Because
you're bullying.
Because the bullying of Sia is not trolling. That is bullying.
Okay.
Mass bullying.
So when Sia does it, it's trolling, and when other people do it.
Yes. They bully her. She responds, and you take her responses as being something offensive. I think that's ludicrous. I think that's being very xenophobic. That's what I was mentioning before.
But what happened to it all being equal? I don't I like if I find her doing it offensive and anybody else who does it equally as offensive, how am I the xenophobic one? It sounds to me like you're giving her special. When somebody does it to her, it's bullying, but when she does it to somebody else, it's trolling. We're giving different words for the same actions for some reason.
You're mentioning a lot of it, but what is it?
And when you said with her it was a reply. When I mean, I have like, how is if she's trolling? How is it a reply?
He's throwing semantics at you, and he's also trying to not only white knight but marginalize like this woman. You know, even if she, I guess, made some type of legitimate like threat of some sort, he's implying that she's incapable of doing that. It's just bullying. He's playing the word.
Yeah, it's actually, I mean, I don't know how Sia feels about it, but if I was her, I would be offended. Like, it's, you know, do you think offended? Sia is so weak that she can't handle the bullying online?
Yeah, why would she even be here if she couldn't handle it?
Yeah.
I never said she couldn't.
I mean,
hold it a second. Hold it a second. You're talking about me. You're talking about me, and then all of a sudden, now you're talking about Sia. Sia handling the bullying. What happened to me? Why you kicked me out of the conversation? And I just won my bet.
We're not allowed to talk about Sia.
I was all in on Patrick coming back without me leaving, and here
we can talk about Sydney, but we can't talk about Sia. She needs protection. Everybody huddle around her. Make sure that nobody fucking says a bad. Nobody.
What you've said, Outbound. What you've said, Outbound, is that Sia. It seems to me that Sia has come into these hangouts and he's preaching her extreme Muslim beliefs to everybody, and everybody's responding to Sia regarding that. That's what it seems to me you're coming across as, or she's coming across as. But that is not the case at all. If she had not mentioned at all that she was Muslim, nothing that she says in these hangouts, when it comes to responses to regular stuff, would point to her being Muslim either. But when you mention it, when you throw it at her, and you start bullying her, yes, she responds.
So we're all.
And I'm all behind her on that one.
Yeah, we're bullying her. She's just a little infant. She can't protect herself. She needs you to save her, Sydney.
I don't know why you think that way, but that's
she's
weird.
pitiful. She's pitiful and helpless and worthless, and she needs you. She needs you to make up for her where she lacks. She needs to needs you to come in and make up for her insecurities and her her failures, and it's like you're the fucking Superman. You got to save her. Yeah, and she never told anybody she was a Muslim, and there's no reason we should ever think that. I guess we're psychic. We just figured it out through fucking telepathy.
But just the fact that she's Muslim doesn't mean she should be bullied for it. That's the point.
Oh, yep. Jen, you need to fucking save her too. She's fucking helpless and she's got the fucking mind of a child and the body of an adult. She can't take it. You need to step in and save her.
White Knights, we're calling them out.
Save the Muslims. Oh, their religion is a personal thing. It don't hurt their feelings. They're allowed to believe it. Oh, don't tell them it's not true and make them feel bad.
Okay, why are you
those poor Muslims? Let the Muslims believe what they want.
Yeah, why are you grouping them? We're talking about Sia, one person. I'm not going around defending every fucking Muslim I know. Now am I?
Oh, okay. So Sia is the only one. She's the one that has the deficiency.